You fool. In the world of passive aggressiveness in video games, I have to say, pretty much the king.
And what weapon are you using today, Paul?
It's actually this.
Or
particular
actually, which
game
Call of
is-
Duty game are you playing?
Yeah, I'm playing Black Ops 4.
Oh.
So the weapon doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm. You don't really matter.
Okay. Yeah, well, there's that. All right, let me get out of this. As entertaining as that was. Sometimes I just go in there and fuck with people. It's been that kind of a pandemic.
Mm-hmm. All right, we are running here. Wow.
Delicious.
Lots of discussion of IPAs in the chat room right now.
That's too bad.
What are you drinking?
It's just sparkling water.
The manliest of man drinks.
It's pink too.
I was going to say, is it a nice rosé flavored?
No, I believe it's grapefruit flavored.
Mm-hmm.
Or something.
Well. My wife and kid just got home. I'm sure they will be absolutely quiet coming into the house.
Respectful of your schedule. It's like water, but it's sparkling. It's delicious.
Yeah, you probably couldn't hear that, could you?
What's that?
First thing my kid always says when she and my wife go out and do whatever, she opens the door like Kramer coming into, Jerry's apartment in Seinfeld, and she screams, "The ladies have returned." It's cute, but
wow,
it's
my daughter must have run over a frog when she left for work this morning. So when I say frog, I mean, dude, this thing was the size of a football. Now, granted, it was flat, but the weirdest thing about it is if you're familiar with like a cross section of like an animal's body or a human body where you can see like the lungs and the liver and, whatever other organs are there. That was perfectly preserved and separate from the rest of the body. Like she somehow vivisected this animal. So we cleaned it up because we didn't want to see it when she got home. Like she probably didn't know she did it. And it was disgusting. But my son is hosing down the driveway. And I was like, congratulations, you've covered up your first crime.
Yeah.
Well.
So I think, and it's not going to, the funny thing is I haven't fixed it yet, but I'm almost positive I figured out what the audio problems have been with this podcast. I figured it out. It's
okay.
The gremlins. So audio comes in. Like, there.
Yeah.
Audio comes in.
Conceptualize it, yeah.
And I have it, currently it's split. One comes to XSplit, and the other goes to an app called Voicemeeter. And Voicemeeter allows me to adjust the volumes and all that stuff.
Yep.
The problem is it shouldn't be coming in and splitting. It should be coming in, going to Voicemeter, and then over to XSplit.
Okay.
So what I've been doing, I'm making adjustments in Voicemeter for a week, and it's done absolutely nothing, and I couldn't figure out why. Now the plumbing was...
It sounded like you were making the changes, but you weren't making changes. For
because then Voicemeter actually goes to the speaker, which is how I hear you, and it was raising and lowering. I was like, oh, nope.
Right.
Nope.
Interesting.
One other interesting thing, too, is Skype has a feature that Teams does not. In Skype, you can lower the output of your volume in Skype. There's a little slider. It does not exist in Teams. Yep.
I'm sure they'll get it in 2022 or whatever.
Yeah. So that's anyways, I was gonna try it for this episode. It's like, that's if we weren't live, then I'd maybe do it, but here we are. What are they doing up there?
See that I hear. It's like this serial killer walking around upstairs.
About to scream, could you not? Like
you don't want to do that because then they'll reply.
Yeah. Anyways, the buffalo will walk. But Slack actually had a really monumental announcement yesterday. For those of the people who aren't aware, Slack announced their earnings. They were okay. They weren't anything great. Actually, I think they beat, but I think Paul's headline, if I remember correctly, was Slack beats Wall Street saddened or something like that or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the deal, they grew, but
yeah,
they didn't. Everyone's growing exponentially, and those guys kind of didn't. So
yeah, but they did announce a deal with Amazon. And so,
right.
Paul, we had actually talked about this a couple days ago, how the voice and video calling in Slack just kind of sucked. Mm-hmm. And so now they're fixing that. And what they're doing is they're using Amazon's homegrown service called Chime for voice and video. And then everyone at Amazon will now get, if they want it, I think is the key here, a Slack license. Then they can go to use Slack at Amazon, which Slack is used by IBM, which is a couple 100,000 employees. And now Amazon employees will have the option. I'm assuming that Chime has some text and whatever services, but if they want, they can switch to Slack.
So it sounds like what they've sewn up is everyone who can't stand Microsoft still.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if they want this thing to be really successful, they could give a Slack license to everyone who has an Amazon Prime account.
Mm-hmm. You know what the only thing really missing from Amazon's portfolio at this point is? A browser.
A web browser, yeah. Didn't they? Oh, they have one on. There's like I think it's called Silk. On Kindle, a piece of garbage. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't taken Chrome,
like a desktop browser,
and done their own thing. But you're right. I mean, I think at this point, if anybody's going to be buying Slack, it makes sense it'll be Amazon. But I can't imagine Amazon's going to do that right now with all the eyeballs looking at everything that they're doing.
I mean, if you're spending so much at Amazon that you feel your process could only be streamlined by an Amazon browser, maybe it's time to take a step back and rethink things. I don't know. Maybe you need one of those things where you click buy and it actually waits 20 minutes so you can give you a chance to, think about it.
They could call it the Prime browser.
The Prime browser.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then on Prime Day, you can't go to any other website other than whatever Amazon is to buy your stuff on Prime.
Get an additional 1% off or something.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Like if they actually did something like that? Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah. Might be a little dicey.
Any ideas?
Yeah. I guess they could buy it like Dropbox. They'd pick up Slack and buy Zoom, and then they'd have just basically a whole portfolio. I mean,
honestly, if you think about it, Google figured out a way where you use their browser and they get paid, right? Because they have ads following you around and stuff. I mean, what we just described would be a lot more upfront, and people would choose to do it, right? So it's honestly not as bad as Chrome, which nobody should use. I don't know if I've mentioned that recently, but
well, most people probably don't have to use it if they just run Windows Update. They'll find the Blue E. It's funny. What arrives first, the Blue E or 2004?
Right. Probably the Blue E.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, I would think so too. That's a little inside baseball. I know Paul knows a little bit about this because he's heard it from some people, but it seems like there's been a decent another reorg at Microsoft. No big surprise there. Just look for some maybe more higher profile heads changing departments here in the nearish future. I've heard it from a couple different people now. So, yeah.
This has been a slow week.
It has.
And that's notable because honestly, since this pandemic started, it feels like it's been busier than usual. Almost like it's purposefully busy. Like we're trying to keep people, not we, I mean, you and I, but it's like the industry is like, look, we got to start announcing stuff, keep things going. But this week it just kind of deflated like a sad balloon,
Mm. Yeah, we are steamrolling towards. Well, when is Apple's thing? It's the end of June.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's mid-June, late June, something.
It's like the week after Father's Day or something like that. It seems.
Yeah, actually, it is June, isn't it?
It is June. Well, the other thing too is that
it's
Microsoft's
June
fiscal year
22nd.
comes to an end.
So it's actually only a little over 2 weeks away.
Okay.
It's on a Monday.
It's on a Monday?
Yeah, whatever. I'll watch that. Speaking of watching things.
Are they going to have a keynote that we can riff on? Because that's pretty much the
I
biggest
think,
thing.
no, I believe they are. I think they're, I think so. I don't know how they'll do it. But yeah, I think we can watch it. Basketball, not basketball. Yeah, basketball is coming back, right?
Golf is coming back too.
End of July. And someone asked me this morning if I thought baseball was going to come back. And yeah, of course, absolutely. And like everything else that's kind of reopening, you kind of do it in stages or whatever. But I got to tell you, I would like to watch sports right now. It's been a long time.
Anything that I'm
well,
so
not
excited
anything.
for golf.
No, like I would watch golf. I want to watch professional sports. Like I want to watch.
Well, I think it's coming back.
I will watch the NBA. I will watch baseball when that comes back. You know,
PGA return, because there's usually, what is it, the British Open in June. That's all.
like just to watch something like that's actually live.
Yeah.
You know,
PGA Tour announces mid-June, mid-return in Texas. So Dell, is that the Dell Open or whatever it's called? June 11th is when it starts playing again.
That's soon.
Yeah.
That's less than a week. So like, interesting.
They they probably picked just like a trash tournament, because this one does not ring a bell, but the tour will return, kicking off with the very infamous Charles Schwab Challenge at the Colonial Country Club. But
what does that entail? Like getting the best return on your investments by the end of the unit or whatever.
Yeah, my guess is that they probably. When is the British Open? I thought the other thing is PGA changed all their tournaments this year, starting this year, because the problem was that they would overlap with football. And so they would see the viewership drop off. So they were trying to get like the major tournaments back to back to back, and then it'd be done at the beginning of the NFL season, and then basically starts right back up after the Super Bowl. But I can't remember when. When is? Oh no, I think they canceled the British Open, didn't they? Let's see if Bing does any helpful thing here. Did they cancel the British Open golf?
I'm sorry, Brad. I don't know what British golf is.
Yeah, when was it supposed to be? It was scheduled for July 16th through the 19th. Why is it still canceled? Bring it back. Bring it back, boys.
Well, travel internationally might be a problem.
Look, okay, let's be clear. The guys that are going to golf that I care about probably have private jets. Tiger has a boat that can definitely cross the ocean. Like, these guys aren't getting on Delta. Let's just put it that way. At least most of them aren't. So, anyways, there we go. Oh, what is it? It's Friday. Thank goodness. You got any plans for the weekend, Paul?
No. We're officially in yellow today. And I can't tell you exactly off the top of my head what that means, but part of it means you could go to a restaurant if they have outdoor seating and limited capacity and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to do that. But I know what it doesn't mean is the gym's not going to be open, which is fine because I wouldn't go there anyway.
Yeah.
I can't get my hair cut, which I'd like to do. So I don't know. No, I don't think this is going to change much for us in the short term. But no, this is same dulling sameness this weekend as ever.
I'm not going to do this weekend, or probably even this summer, given what's going on right now. But I'm tempted to build a pergola in my backyard.
Wow.
So we have a deck off the back of our house. It's not like high off the ground, but it's definitely elevated. It's probably 24 inches off the ground, something like that, from right when you walk out of the house.
Yep.
And there's no shade on it. We had an umbrella on it, but just never kind of worked. And
we've
been talking about maybe putting like an extension on the roof that goes out back, but then
like an awning.
like a
retractable awning.
Like that idea. So I was looking at like building a pergola, and it seems relatively easy.
You could put vines on it or something.
Yeah, or just like lattice work on the top, or maybe even what I saw was a retractable cover that's designed for top of a pergola that you can just roll out and then roll back. I don't know. These are all pipe dreams, but it doesn't seem like it'd be that hard. It's basically 4 posts, 48 inches into the ground, concrete, get them upright, and then it's just lag bolts to build the structure, and then
I'm not.
How
building
hard could it be?
Wow. I will say, not a lot of time has passed since your last major
Since I made my
construction
last
project.
poor choice.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
then-
no, you did great, but
Yeah, well, it was it's one of those hindsights. It was great, like it was romantic building it out with my flesh and blood and tears and crying late at night. But during it was terrible. There's no other way to describe that. But yeah, we'll see. All right, I don't know. My kid's birthday this weekend.
yeah.
It's gonna be a busy weekend at this house.
You're gonna have kids over and stuff. Or are you gonna do like a thing?
No,
or-
we're doing a Zoom call because this all had to be planned
Yeah.
3-4 weeks ago.
Right.
So I think some of our family members are going to come over on Sunday for a small little thing, and then that's really about it.
Tell her I said happy birthday.
Yeah, she'll be like, "Who is that again?"
Yeah, Brad's big brother. Other big brother. You have another big brother, right?
Yeah, I do.
Or-
I've got 2 older brothers actually. Why? Like, the internet's not working very well, or the browser, I shouldn't say, is working very well. Oh, somebody says maybe I should screen in the pergola. Well, maybe.
I always feel like the screen type of thing is like something you would want to be able to take off sometimes.
Yeah, especially like hose it out after the little whatever get stuck in there.
They must have retractable screen
Yeah.
type.
I don't know if I
Actually-
would go that far with it. I mean, it wouldn't be. I don't
Well,
know. I
you could
gotta
throw-
figure this thing out.
Lucky.
Figure out what it would cost, and then mention it to my wife, and then she'd be like, "Sure, can you have it done in 3 weeks?" I'm like,
I need it done so I can use it this summer.
"Yeah." If you could please do it, especially between the hours of like 3 and 7 p.m., the hottest part of the day, every day.
Right. Right. And then you could have being a contestant on the worst job of the year.
Why is my name
Light-skinned,
etched in
redheaded
the
man
back
working
of it?
outside in the summer.
All right, I'll catch you later.
All right.